If you want a movie shot, holla at vesvisuals.
Smitty, you made this?
Alright, what's happening, everybody? It's the vesvisuals team. Your boy Smitty and Vest, you heard me? And man, we got Jill and Quinn in the building.
Yo.
And right now we are at No Health Studios.
Yeah.
The headquarters, you know?
The headquarters, yes sir.
Yeah,
What's good
man.
with you, bro?
What up?
How you feeling today?
I'm chilling. I'm alright, bro. It's hot as hell, even at night. Can't wait for it to cool down.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. You looking healthy, bro.
Trying, man. You know, it's trying, bro. Drink water.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Well, no further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into these questions, bro. So how does your family feel about you pursuing a music career?
Just like any concerning family, they got their doubts. Automatically, they're gonna think about what can go wrong, and that's not even being negative. That's just we don't want to see you hurt or hurt yourself. So maybe you gotta be aware of your cons before the pros. But I think just like anybody, you start proving that it's possible, then they'll start to kind of alleviate that doubt a little bit and start really believing what you got going. So that's kind of what it was in the beginning. I remember my first show out of town in Houston. I told my moms and shit, and she thought she was under the impression that I was really just going out there to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So she actually came with me. She wanted to come with me and my partners. That wasn't happening. So I was like, nah, we just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So me, her, and my brother, we all went to Houston. And, I did my thing. No bars held. You know what I'm saying? Still did it like she wasn't in the room. At first, I was nervous. Very funny. I was nervous at first, bro. I didn't want to curse or whatever. My mom was in the crowd. I said it on the mic. I'm like, man, y'all lucky my mama here. Like that type of shit. Mama was like, I don't care. Fuck. Go ahead. Fuck it. Like, it's just like that, bro. Y'all know my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you talk like that.
Yeah, your mom, mad supportive. She be in the shows for real, too.
Yeah, she be there, man.
She be in the shows.
Bro, she sell merch. Whatever need to be done, man.
dope.
She hands
That's
on.
hard.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
dope. So are the majority of your family supportive?
The majority, I would say my mama really the only one that done pulled up to an event. I guess, my aunt did. She pulled up at Shed Fest last year. Yeah, she did. But, I don't really be too tripped up on that because, to be honest, the way I was raised, even though I'm not saying nothing crazy, they wouldn't 100% agree with what I be saying. You know what I'm saying? So to just avoid conflict or whatever, if y'all don't want to come, that's fine with me. If y'all do, that's fine with me too.
So what was the real nail biter having your mom see you perform? Was it just the cursing? Was it the content?
Pretty
of your
much
rap? What
just
was
her seeing me let go completely. That's what I was kind of like. My whole life, I kind of wanted to keep my social life separated from my family life. Like, my mom was a very supportive parent. When I was in the band in high school, she would roll with us on parades, like shit like that. And, bro, she started calling me J-Rock because she heard the drum line calling me J-Rock. Wow. I was like, nah, don't do that. Just like, but I remember her being in the front of the bus type shit, like, J-Rock, I'm about to get off. Just come find me. You ain't gotta do that. Nah, don't do that, But yeah, bro, just I would say that just her really seeing me completely in my element, and and I don't know why I would be worried about what she would think, cause that's my mama. You know what I'm saying? But that's the nail biter, I guess.
Gotcha.
So where did it start, bro? Like, where did this journey begin with hip hop, knowing you wanted to be a music artist?
Well, it's kind of lengthy, but the first time I saw somebody rap or heard somebody rap that wasn't on the radio was Young D at Weed and Seed, the summer camp in McCannaville. I think I was going to the 4th or 5th grade.
Shout out D.
Yeah, shout out Young D, man. Seen that boy rapping at the lunch table and had everybody's attention. And I was more infatuated with the attention more than him rapping. But I did notice him rapping. So I tried rapping in order to get that same attention. You know what I'm saying? But the next day, I came with my little bullshit bars. And of course, it was trash. Nobody felt me. So I was like, fuck rap. You know, up until the 4th grade, whenever I started having an interest in English and writing. So whenever I realized I was good at that, I tried my hand at rapping again, but this time with intention. So, but I was also lying. I was a killer. I was a thug. You know what I'm saying? Selling drugs and all that. But I was still good at it. So, from 4th to what I guess the 7th grade or whatever, that's when I really got into it. But I wasn't making songs. I was just writing. Then I met vesvisuals. Vesvisuals actually helped me write a 16 for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Ves taught me how to do that shit on the bus.
Yeah, and for clarification for the ones who may not read between the lines, like he's just saying counting the bars per se.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Yeah,
like there's 16 bars in a verse traditionally.
Right.
And before that, I was just writing to a point. You know what I'm saying? I would just write till I couldn't no more. You know, and whenever I started getting a little older and paying attention to structure, vesvisuals was one of the first people to point that out. Like, this is how, if you want to construct a song, this is how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? So, like, the way he showed me is still the way that I write to this day.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mad love, bro.
Yeah,
So, do you remember your first rap that you actually like? You can spit it for us?
It was them bars.
It was
man.
the bars back then, the young Delinquent.
The J Rock.
Yeah. Boy, first of all, my name was JJ Rock.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
My name was that because my dad's name was Joe Rock. That was his nickname. And J Rock was already taken. Since, you know what I'm saying? Being fair, I named myself that stupid ass name.
JJ Rock.
So what did it stand for? Did it have an acronym behind it?
No. When I got older, I just started my shit to J Rock because that's what everybody would call me. I got tired of correcting people.
Just really overconfident.
Yeah, just really overconfident. That's when it became an acronym. Yep.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, bro. But look, they call me JJ Rizzo. I'm so clean. I rock Skittles. Got a 3-wheel ride with a tie in the middle. That's all I really remember.
Cool.
That's all I ever remember.
Hey, bro, I remember my first one too. So
Always I remember the full little shit.
Hey, look, I remember mine, boy. Trust me.
Nah, son, that was so uncomfortable just saying that shit.
Yeah.
I try to sound so cool just now.
Hey, trust me, I know, bro.
Man.
Man, but it's so hard at the time.
Bruh, for real? I mean, it probably was, too.
Well, yeah, at the
Yeah,
time,
it probably was.
Especially
Yeah.
being young, like, because I remember, like, the one I'm referring to, I was 10, bro, in the 4th grade.
Facts.
That was probably fire to everybody who heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was coming from a 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying? But
So you mentioned D, being inspiration, at least at that time. So who was the artist you were looking up to when you really started to take music more serious?
Lil Wayne and Cassidy.
Man,
Where is he?
I actually didn't expect to hear that come from you, honestly. But that's who you were looking up to?
So Oakland, like I said, now we in the stage of my life where I'm really starting to take real interest in it. It ain't just a hobby no more. I know how to write. I done met people. I done met Roz, Big Chris. These dudes actually done showed me how to record, make songs, you know what I'm saying? So now that's where I'm at. But before any of that, the first rapper that I heard on YouTube, like rapping on somebody else's beat, was Lil Wayne. That showed me what you got.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
YouTube was like new when we was in like the 8th grade.
Yeah,
That was like, it was like brand new.
thanks.
So, man, I remember watching a Halo video, like some funny shit. Watching that McDonald's drive-through that I need hold the lettuce. That shit. And then I remember watching that Lil Wayne. And I thought that shit was like a diss. I thought this man was like beefing with Jay-Z. Like, why this man rapping on Jay-Z beat?
Right.
Nah, man, this man just...
I understand the culture at the time, like in that aspect.
But it hit me. It's like, this is like what hip-hop is. Or at least it's what a part of it.
When you brought it up with me and Jalen been on each other for a while, so I remember on MySpace, bro, like you having, like you dropping these projects, you having these album covers, you know what I'm saying? Like people really rocking with you, and it's like, I just remember looking at it as inspiration, and just to put this on record, you are one of the people that I look at as inspiration, bro.
Likewise.
Your drive, the way you maneuver with this, how you push it through this rap game, bro. So with that being said, back then when you was making music, what was your writing process then compared to your writing process now?
Back then, I wasn't making beats, so I would just write for real. Really wouldn't have, unless I was writing to an instrumental. If I was writing something like to an original beat, and I didn't have a beat, I would just write and then go online, YouTube or some shit, find a beat that kind of matched with what I wrote. But now that I produce, I usually make the beat first, and it's easier to come up with like a cadence and like a topic. You know what I'm saying? Whenever yeah, man. That's I find it's better too, man, to wait to hear the beat first. You know, in some instances, yeah, it's cool. Like you got bars that you just can't, like, you're gonna forget. Then yeah, write that shit. But like, if you want to make a good song, I feel like, in my opinion, it's the beat that come first.
So what's your preferred method? Writing it down, typing it in your phone, or punching it?
No, depending on how I feel. I haven't written physically in a minute. I do have a notebook, but I haven't written a rap in it in about a year and a half. Usually I either type it or punch in.
Okay. Same. I know punching in has a certain freedom to it.
Mm-hmm.
I find. Yeah.
So who inspires Jill and Quinn these days? Artist wise.
Not a lot of famous or rappers that's on, so to say. It's mostly like my peers, like y'all, Smitty, Team Smitty, vesvisuals, Luke Julian, Divine Hippie, Keontae, Hendrix, Behimes. A lot of people. Weezy Fo, DV3.
Any particular order?
Vest first, Luke Julian, Smitty, Divine, and everybody else. T-Steez. Yeah, bro. Like I said, they got a couple of, even the rappers that's like on. You know what I'm saying? You might not know, like V's. I listen, like right now I'm listening to a dude named V's. He from Detroit. Nigga named Icy Twat. That's actually one of my favorite producers, on top of being one of my favorite rappers right now. He's from Chicago. Larry June, G Perico. It's a slew of people, bro, for sure. But it's more people that I know personally than not.
Gotcha.
You know.
So being that you're a multifaceted artist, I mean, you're not just a rapper, you're a producer as well. Who's your inspiration for production?
T-Steez, Pierre Bourne, Metro, Icy Twat, and feel like I'm missing somebody. Probably Cardo Got Wings.
Okay. So just picture it. Let's say 2007, 2008. Because I know this is where you gained a lot of your inspiration from. This is the time where we all, build our rap careers. If you had a fresh iPod, for those of you who don't know, it's a music device. I'm talking 80 to 120 gigabytes on it. What album would you put first if you just had to?
In 2008?
In 2008 and 2023. Outside of the artist, outside
somebody I know,
outside of the people you know, and outside of yourself.
Back then, Louisiana by Lil Wayne.
I love that. I love that mixtape hard. That's an album. Let's be real. That's an album.
Yeah.
We can say that's an album.
Don't ask me.
It's a project.
It's a project. Yeah.
It's a project. Now.
Probably. Yeah. Cause that's really, literally, that's what my go-to was in 2008. I remember that was the first time I heard a white person say the N-word because of that project, for sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So 2023.
Outside of myself,
Outside of yourself and people you know.
the first thing that come to mind when I hear something like that be the Blueprint,
Okay. All right. Good choice.
One.
or either that or Reasonable Doubt. But Jay-Z,
I still
hands down.
haven't tuned into that album.
Ooh, Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get on it. I normally
You know with that Kevin Hart.
I
Down.
normally to be honest, bro, I'm late to the party. I still haven't tuned into Illmatic either.
Stop while you ahead. I don't want to be mad at you.
Stop while the cameras are rolling.
I'm not worried about that, man.
Man.
It is what it is.
Nah, bro. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think nobody. Well, I mean, it all depends. It's a double-sided thing, but like, if you gonna compare people, make sure they in competition with each other, type shit. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like Jay and Nas, I feel like, you know, being with their history, you can listen to both their first albums and make a comparison.
Right.
You know, but that'd be like something fun for yourself since you ain't never heard that neither before, and just to see who you think the better
Yeah, it would be.
out the two. You know what I mean?
Because 9 times out of 10, when I listen to them, it's gonna be.
I ain't gonna lie,
the back.
Illmatic might be it might be a more cohesive album
Mhm.
than Reasonable Doubt, but Reasonable Doubt just got so many gems. It got too many gems.
Reasonable Doubt has its own vibe, but Illmatic is
Way more
cinematic.
cohesive.
Literally, you can picture
Bruh.
every word. If
Nah.
you're okay with the production,
That nigga that
Premier did the production on that, right?
yep. That New York State of Mind by Nas, that's that man's first recorded song ever.
Yeah.
Like when that boy said, "I don't know how to start this shit," like that was him in the moment. That was all genuine.
But you know, those first albums always be your whole life into that. You know, so Reasonable Doubt is really what Jay, you know, at least as far as we know, was living. You know,
And the
before that.
story behind it is what inspired me the most, because he didn't drop that album until he was 27.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Thanks.
rappers age like dogs.
Nah, yeah, facts.
So like, in order, like,
okay, 30.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like at 30, like you got to give it up type shit. So
That's what
that's
they
what they try to say. That's what they try
They
to
try
say.
to paint that narrative.
Yeah, right.
We've all seen that be, you know.
Yeah, man. Most of the niggas that be on that we fuck with be in their 30s, and I don't think people. I don't know if they correlate with that or not, but
I
like,
could be wrong, but let's be real. I believe Dirk is 30.
son, Jid is 32.
Who?
Jid.
Oh.
Oh, you don't know what it is? You know what it is?
I'm familiar with the name, but I don't really.
I ain't even know that. The way he look and sound, you would just assume he a young nigga.
Yeah.
That man, 32,
'Cause
and they ain't even old. But
Truth be told, 30 is still young.
yeah,
It's
fact.
just that in the rap game, we so accustomed to
I mean, man, y'all familiar?
16 to 25.
Y'all familiar with Griselda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They boys popped off when they was in their late 30s, 35, 38.
I know they've been.
Them niggas in their
through a lot.
40s right now. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, right, exactly. They ain't really them in particular. They ain't really have no choice.
But I always felt like New York didn't have that stigma of having to be younger to pop.
Cause man, at the
New
end,
York artists.
I feel and
I can feel that.
I guess it's something to do with the culture, bro. But it's because the music matter at the end of the day. It don't matter who making it. Two Chainz, in my opinion, got one of the greatest rebrands in music history,
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
and he did that in his mid 30s.
Facts. He came back and was bigger and better than before.
And is one of the more prominent names in hip hop today.
So,
Facts. I mean, 50 Cent was 28 when he dropped "Get Rich or Die Trying,"
Didn't know that.
and I feel like that.
bro, I did not know that.
And I feel like that's the greatest album ever.
Bro, I did not
Didn't
know
know
that,
that.
bro.
Didn't know that.
God, okay.
When you hear things like that, bro, it just kind of give you a reason not to quit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so yeah, bro.
But with that being said, right, so you're an independent artist.
Yep.
Co-owner and founder of No Help Records.
Yep.
How did that come about?
I had just got out of a management situation, kind of ended on bad terms, and it was abrupt. So I didn't exactly know what direction I was going to take my music. So I was at my D job, which I'm a barber. I cut hair, so I'm cutting one of my clients, and just running my plight to him, telling him, you know, what had just happened. And bro was pretty much like, man, I'm actually in the neighborhood of investing in a local business. You know, I just came up on like a little lump sum of money, and I'm willing to put something up for it. So me and him, we labbed up, got Jake and T Steez involved, started No Help Records. From there, we picked up Luke Julian. At the time, he was LC son. Picked up him, picked up vesvisuals, a couple of other people. Most of them fell to the wayside though. It's just business though. It ain't nothing personal. It's just, you know, whenever you really get in it, you really see who really dedicated to it.
Yeah.
But the team today consists of myself, Jake Jordan, Christian Washington, vesvisuals, T Steez, and DJ True Boo. Yeah.
You got a lot of projects you dropped, bro. You dropped 4 in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And since then, you dropped more projects, singles, and videos, man.
I think altogether I got 16. I got 14 projects, I think, and 2 singles. I think.
Let's talk about the shirt, man. Shed Fest 2022.
Yeah,
What
man.
about that, man?
That was one of the more nerve-wracking things that I've done in my life, but I'm glad that I did it because I got the experience. As far as local, niggas ain't really got no platform, so I was trying to provide that. We had it at the air base, and I think the most nerve-wracking part about it was just the time frame. We tried to do that shit in 3 months, which we did, but my God, that's something, to do something as big as a festival. Like, there's just so many things on the back end that you gotta take care of: insurance, perimeter, security, bathrooms, just so many different things. So having to fucking be attentive to that every day, you know what I mean? Like, there's no day that you could waste when you got only 3 months to try to make something happen, you know what I'm saying? So every day, coming up with the money, it was, everything we did was out of pocket, getting the stage, everything, for real. The sound.
It came together well, though.
It did, man. I was very proud. I was like an hour late. I was like 2 hours late, and I only fucking performed 1 song. But man, shout out Vest. Funniest thing I ever seen this man do. This man, the cops was trying to shut this shit down, bro. This man blatantly ignored the nigga and like kept the mic from him, son. Like acting like you was acting like you didn't hear him or something like that.
Nah.
You just like, I ain't gonna give you this bitch.
Jalen's gonna perform. It's his event. He's gonna perform.
Yeah, bro.
He's gonna have to take it out of my hand, bro.
I really ran across the field for that shit.
Hey,
I didn't even have breath.
I ain't gonna lie, it gave me
Nah, you was
it
that
gave me
nigga.
movie vibes.
You say the day. You say the
Yeah,
day.
movie vibes.
Facts.
Everybody was waiting for that Jalen performance too. They was waiting for that, bro.
So, speaking of gelling performing, on your album Gelling versus Everybody, I know this is a little specific, but on track 9, Dreamers featuring Luke Julian.
Yeah.
Shout out Luke.
Yeah, shout out.
You mentioned, I've been so down bad, I was asking God if he was mad or nah. Make me wonder if I'm past my prime. What was your headspace when you was writing that?
Life, man, especially life as an independent artist, bro. You gonna be broke as fuck for a long ass time before you start seeing some money, especially if you don't have your business in order. So, you know, there'll be times where I'll be in the increase, and then there'll be times where the shit not really looking fruitful, you know? And even though I persevere, the shit get fucking aggravating, you know?
So
Real
you say
talk.
that's the hardest part about being an independent artist?
Yeah, just the cash flow. It's not really, especially, you know, I'm a barber, but I really try to be a full-time artist, you know, and that's just, even when you have your business set up and you got your avenues, you got your publishing right and all that stuff, it's not, the pay ain't as consistent as a 9 to 5.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's really the business structure that we try to, we look for that fucking, what's the word? Stability.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a rapper, but I want to be paid on a regular. I want to make sure I have money all the time. Just like, you know, me getting paid every 2 weeks. But in reality, it's not like that if you don't take the necessary steps first. So yeah, bro. And at that time, I was probably just fucking broke. You know, just being mad at being broke. For real.
What's the best part about being an independent artist to you?
The freedom. Not having to ask permission to make a song with somebody. Or have permission to produce. You know, just freedom. For real, man. I cut my own checks. That's really it, man. Or the illusion of freedom. You know, not to get too deep, but I mean, it's ironic. We look for freedom, but we still pay to be here. You know what I'm saying? So you take away that factor, just the ability to move around, you know, without any kind of oversight. That's probably the best thing about it.
So I actually just going back to talking about all the projects you did. You say you did like 16.
Yeah, 16 things altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite body of work?
Probably Jail in the Mountain.
Why is that?
I feel like if you want to know who I am in a music sense, like those, I think it's 6 or 7 songs. I feel like those songs kind of like tell you who I am, and like each song is kind of like a bag that I get into.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
really showcase.
it's like lanes.
In a way.
Yeah, right. Each song is like a lane that I be in. You know what I mean?
Around that time, man, around that Jail in the Mountain.
We was locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was like the Jabal video.
Right, like we was really
Yeah, we
like
was
locked
in a
in.
certain space.
Yeah, for real.
So okay, Jail in the Mountain, that's your favorite project.
That's probably the project I like. Anybody listening to me for the first time, that's what I tell them to go listen to.
Can we expect a part 2?
I kind of made a part 2 for it in a sense. With Now We're Getting Somewhere, that was kind of like my part 2, but I think it got overshadowed by the fact that it was the last project I made in the shed before Ida.
Okay.
Like once Ida hit, I kind of stopped. Cause like if you go back and listen to it, all the skits kind of like set up, just like, you know what I'm saying. But
I never noticed it. I'm gonna have to go back.
yeah, all the skits like they kind of set up like that. But it's once Ida hit, bro, and we kind of had to reset and do everything over. You know what I'm saying? That's what it became about.
So speaking of Ida, man, when I say, bro, I feel like your song Ida, bro, you got into a certain bag. And from talking to you and just knowing what we all went through, our different stories and journeys from Hurricane Ida, bro, it was a certain hunger. It was a certain frustration. I recognize that feeling. That feeling when you just got so much to say and you finally get to say it all. And it flows out.
Technically, bro, I was fucking, when I wrote that shit, I want to say I was like technically homeless for like 2 weeks, staying with them people. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't come back over here. My house was fucked up. My girl apartment, I couldn't get in her shit at the time. So yeah, bro, I was kind of like couch surfing. I would miss my shit. I miss my shed. And then, you know, you saw me. You saw me like cleaning up this house and the other house. So like, just being out there, bro, like looking at my grandma shit, completely fucked over. Her inside of the house fucked over. You know, just a bunch of questions like why it's like this, why New Orleans getting more airtime than us and they ain't even really get hit for real. Like little like stuff like that. Like they got hit, but the damage was nowhere as severe as what we got down here.
Right.
You know, like nigga just celebrated the fucking Ida anniversary in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Ain't mentioned Homer one bit, and they got people like my mama, for instance. My mama left this bitch and never came back. My mama in Houston never came back. Like just like situation like that. That's like, man. Yeah, bro. So when I made that shit, I was just pissed off. Like how you said, I was frustrated. For sure.
And when people go back and watch the video, they can really see. They can get an idea.
Yeah, I got mad just now thinking about this shit.
For those who want to have a real vivid idea, look up Jalen Quinn Anomaly.
Facts.
That was 2019.
Yeah.
The Shed. And then go back and look at Jalen Quinn Ida video.
I ain't even do that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You'll see.
Damn, that's like and then that's like the first video. Ain't that like one of the first videos we did together?
That's the first video we did together.
In the Shed.
Anomaly.
That's crazy. And then out of the last one.
Of the Shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me lighten the mood, man. That was a little heavy, man.
Yeah, that was heavy as fuck.
A little heavy right there, man.
Yeah.
So if you were given the opportunity to work with anyone right now, who would it be and why? Matter of fact, hold on. Let's make it interesting. Producer and artist combo.
As far as a producer, it'd be Pharrell. I'll probably be the first person I would want to work with.
Neptune.
And then as far as an artist, probably Currency. Because it would be more like a challenge situation. Like I would try to out-rap him. You know, and only like, personally, you know, for me, trying to stand out as an artist in this game, bro, especially being from Louisiana, people would be really quick to compare me to Currency, just because I'm rapping about regular things and not killing nobody, or you know, like stuff like that. And I rap about smoking weed sometimes, so I guess that give people the leeway to compare me to him. You know what I'm saying? Even though I personally don't feel like I sound like him at all, but I would make a song with him to kind of prove people like wrong, I guess, or I like to show the difference between his style and mine.
I feel like.
So, yeah.
It's gonna have you.
Yeah, it's gonna happen for
Got
sure.
you. So
Currency, you heard, man.
hey, Currency, if you hear this, bro.
Hey, bro.
I'm not a scrub.
So can you let us in on anything you're working on?
Hope Dilla.
Why that name?
Cause there's not enough of that, man.
I'm assuming that's an EP project.
Yeah, that's an EP. I typically like to drop EPs. I don't really like to drop albums. EPs are like short and to the point, and to give people like, you know, it make people want more. But I named it that, man, just because, you know, everybody won't be hard, and that's cool, I guess. You know, niggas won't be gangsters and fucking hustlers and scammers and all this other shit, but ain't nobody really talking about persevering that much. And if it is, it's preachy and kind of like backpack, I guess. And I feel like the way I make music, I'm kind of like right in between everything. Like, you know, I give you game, but I don't preach at you. And I also come at you at a street level, you know? At least that's what I think. So, yeah, man. Hope Dilla, I feel like it will embody that.
I'm looking forward to that project dropping for sure.
Most definitely.
Let's take a step back to Jalen versus everybody. You took some time on that. You took some time on Jalen versus everybody. As far as your approach with it.
Yeah.
What about that album stands out to you?
So for the majority of the album, I wasn't smoking weed, and I was definitely thinking different. My mind was in a different place. I felt, and this is right after this is recovering after the hurricane too. For some reason, bro, I just felt alone. Like, in a lot of, especially with the business. And, like, just feeling like at one point, there's only a few of us that was really taking this shit serious. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was doing damn near everything by myself. So, that project kind of like was the personification of how I was feeling. But yeah, I took my time on it, bro. Just, like I said, man, hearing shit with new ears that ain't high type shit, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of reapproaching everything in a different way and seeing how it work out. I think that's like the most features I got on the project. Out of all my projects, I think it's the most features.
Yeah, you 12 some people now, so that was a little more than usual.
Yeah, the average, yeah, for sure. But yeah, man.
Got you.
For upcoming artists, bro, really trying to get started, want to record themselves, make beats, what's your advice to them?
Educate yourself before you do anything. Make sure you weigh out all your options. Write out your questions if you have any, and then ask the questions to either Google or YouTube. 9 times out of 10, they're going to have the answers. But make sure you do all your research. If you want to record yourself, make sure you know about all the programs or the programs that you can access from home. Same with production, same with videos. Not everybody gonna come in this shit rich or with money. So work at your budget, but you gotta make sure you educate yourself, especially if you have the intention of being an independent artist. You gotta make sure that you educate yourself, bro. Publishing, promotion, marketing, it's way deeper than just recording and putting the shit on fucking United Masters. It's way deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that would be my advice, man. Just armor yourself, like. Make sure, because by the time you done learning, if you really took the time out to learn, you really gonna know if you want to do this shit or not. For real.
Facts.
So yeah, man. Just educate yourself, man. Learn as much as you possibly can. Take all the notes you can, and then apply that shit.
Yeah. And while you're in your downtime, while you're not making music,
educate. Yeah, facts. Always make music. Always make music, but. I feel like personally, like yeah, you can make all the music you want, but if you really want to be an artist, make sure you take the time to learn what an artist is and how to be one, and how to be how to make money. Nobody gonna tell you how to make money in this shit.
Right.
Nobody gonna tell you how. They gonna tell you how to spend it with them, but they'll never tell you how to make it. Learn how to make it, and you'll be all right. Everything else gonna follow suit.
So where can people expect you to be in? I guess somewhere in there, right, in the next 5 years. What can we expect? What are you expecting? What are you aiming for?
Hopefully, man, I've started my management company by then. I wanna once I get in a position in rap to where I feel like I could autopilot shit, I wanna start a management company, and not necessarily even be too involved. Just have a team of managers. And not just with rappers, with like people in sports. Just I really wanna manage. I wanna manage people. Well, it's like one of the things I wanna do.
All right, man. And there you have it, Jalen Quinn, bro. So, man, I need you to look in that camera for me, bro, and tell everybody your social media where everybody can follow you at, bro.
All right. Jalen Quinn, man, _JALENQUINN. That's everywhere. I'm Jalen Quinn on all fucking streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. The only other Jalen Quinn is this dude that played basketball for Loyola. So if it ain't him, it's me.
And there you have it, man.
Yeah.
But can you finish the slogan for me? If you want a movie shot,
holla at vesvisuals.
You know
yes, sir.
My brother Juddy got us in a 4Runner. More miles is more money. Cross the country road runners. Only difference is we